Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be doing another airport update of Lexington Bluegrass Airport. And before we get started today, I do want to just apologize for how my voice sounds. If you can't tell, I have a cold. I've had a cold for like a week. It won't go away, so I needed to get this update recorded. I tried waiting it out, just wouldn't go away. So I apologize about that. I'm going to do my best to make my voice sound as normal as possible. But yeah, I do have a cold. So in terms of news for LEX, we really don't have a ton of interesting updates. We haven't had any new routes, any real route changes. The only big piece of news we had was that we actually did get a visit from the Sheikh of Dubai on the Royal Dubai Air Wings 747-400, which was really cool, but that is something that happens usually about once a year here at Lexington. It just depends on if he comes in on one of the Royal Dubai 737s or the 747, and obviously the 747 is a lot more exciting. Unfortunately, though, I don't have a model of that aircraft. I'm not even sure if one's ever been made, but if it would, that'd definitely be one I would like to pick up. But yeah, for the time being, I can't really represent that. But that is a pretty cool piece of news that did happen. So yeah, other than that, nothing too interesting. The only big update is that I actually got a lot of new GSE from Jet Set models who are absolutely amazing that I'm going to be kind of showing off for the first time throughout this update. So I'm really excited. I'm hoping that'll add a touch of extra realism to these updates. Yeah, I'm really excited to show that off today. So without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. Anyway, so starting right here, we have an American Airbus A319 with sharklets. He came in from Dallas-Fort Worth. As you can see, he's just getting some cones put around him, getting the jet bridge hooked up, just arrived in, and is going to be heading out to Charlotte later today. American's mainline operation has been going really strong here at LEX. I believe we're still getting twice daily A319s, A320s to Dallas-Fort Worth, and then 3 times daily A319s, A320s to Charlotte. It kind of fluctuates between the A319 and A320 depending on the day and the demand for that day, and even the A321s and A321neos on occasion, but that is pretty cool. It's still so awesome to see how much American mainline is actually coming in here and that they're actually doing well with these larger aircraft, so yeah, it's really nice to see that. Moving on right here, we have an Allegiant Airbus A320 still wearing the old Travel is Our Deal livery. Unfortunately, a lot of these older A320s are going to be retired in the near future as Allegiant starts taking delivery of their 737 MAX 8s, which I believe, I'm not sure if they've entered service yet. I believe they've received their first one and it is currently undergoing, they're currently doing training for pilots and stuff. I'm not 100% sure when that enters service, but Lexington is listed on one of the first destinations, I believe from Orlando, Sanford, and St. Petersburg, that we will be getting the MAX 8 200s. So that's really exciting that we're going to start getting those from Allegiant, but for the time being, we're just stuck with these same old A320s. But I'm not complaining because I do really love their older Travel is Our Deal livery, and I'm going to be really sad when it starts to not be around anymore. So yeah, since the summer is coming to a close, that means Allegiant's seasonal routes are coming to a close. So we're going to send this A320 out on those. We're going to say he came in from Destin Fort Walton Beach earlier today and is going to be heading out to Myrtle Beach. Moving on around the concourse right here, we have a Delta Airbus A320. He's just getting some bags loaded on board and will be heading out to Atlanta, and that is also where he arrived in from earlier today. We have been seeing Delta operate some A320s on the main line out to Atlanta, which is interesting because normally that just sticks to 717s and 737s, but one of their ATL flights in the middle of the day is now operating on the A320s, so that's kind of cool. We don't see that all the time. But yeah, so as I said, this guy came in from Atlanta and is going to be heading back out there. Next right here, we have an American Eagle CRJ 200. Still kind of weird seeing these always because they were retired for like 3 years and now they're back. But yeah, we do get a ton of them here into LEX. This guy came in from Philadelphia earlier today and he's going to be heading out to Chicago O'Hare. Moving on over to the A concourse right here, we have a United Express Embraer 175 in the Continental Globe livery. This was a pretty recent model I picked up. It's a really nice one I've been after for quite a long time because this was one of the first E175s ever released by Gemini Jets back when that mold was absolutely perfect. So it's such a lovely model and I'm so glad to finally add it to my collection. But yeah, the C-175 came in from Denver earlier today and is going to be heading out to Chicago, those kind of staying consistent as United's only 2 routes. And for our final aircraft at the terminal here today, we have an American Eagle Embraer 175. This guy came in from Dallas-Fort Worth earlier today. All of our other daily Dallas-Fort Worth flights are operated on the Embraer 175, the ones that aren't mainline. And he's going to be heading out to Chicago O'Hare. That is another city that is also getting a lot of E-175s from American Eagle, CRJ-200s and E-175s for Chicago, and occasionally E-170s as well, and E-175s and A319s, A320s for Dallas-Fort Worth. But yeah, as you can see, he just got the jet bridge pulled back, and the cones are being picked up, and he's just about to push back out. So yeah, that does conclude the terminal. Let's move on over to the stands. And moving on over to this hard stand over here, we have a Delta Boeing 757-200. We are still pretty strong into sports charter season. Honestly, I could not care less about football and basketball, but I absolutely love all the interesting aircraft that come into Lexington because of it. We get a lot of Delta 757-200s, as well as some Delta 739s and A321s, and we also see a fair few Sun Country 737-800s on charters, but specifically the charter that actually came in yesterday was a Delta 757-200 heading out to Tupelo. I think I'm saying that right. I honestly have no clue what team that would be. Someone playing UK or UK playing someone else. But yeah, so that's where this guy's going to be heading out. We're going to see he came in from Atlanta earlier today just on the ferry flight, and he's getting ready to take this particular team, whatever it may be, out to Tupelo. So yeah. And so with that, that does conclude today's airport update. I do really hope you guys enjoy, and I do apologize about the lack of content over the past month or two. I have been trying my best to make more content. I've just been really busy with all kinds of things. So I do hope that I'm able to make some more content. I do have a couple of interesting videos planned that I hope you guys are going to enjoy. But yeah, so as for today, if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and if you have time, leave a comment down below telling me your thoughts. Once again, I hope you guys do have an absolutely incredible rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!